Transgender. Okay, so with the redefining and ambiguity about the word gender, this term is somewhat all-inclusive. Someone who believes that they don't belong to a certain biological gender, they don't undergo medical alterations, but merely identify. Example, bigender, demi-boy, non-binary, genderless, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so now that the can of worms have been gripped hard, twisted and ripped open, this trans seems to be the topic of the day. I mean, you can turn on TV and watch any channel and it hits you in the face. More on that later. So, what do I think about the trans movement? Do what you want, do as you please. I will never impose my way of life or my beliefs on anyone, unless it's criminal. Have at it. Do as you please. Believe what you want. Be proud of your sexuality. But please, do not impose your beliefs on me. Practice what you preach. I mean, if I had a friend that was transgender and identified as whatever, good for you. It's all fine. Be proud of your gender. Be proud of your sexuality. But please, don't force me or attempt to force me to change my vocabulary or my outlook on reality. If we can both agree with that, excellent. We can be friends. But let's have a brief look about what's actually happening in the trans world. Medical procedures are now available for children. I mean, growing up is taxing enough. Getting to know yourself, emotional development, societal pressures, growing pains, education. The list of experiences and influences are damn near inexhaustible. All children at one time have an identity crisis. The boy that wants to play with dolls. Okay. The girl that wants to build Meccano and Lego. Okay. The boy that only likes to play with girls and play makeup. Okay. These children, with the minuscule exception, as there are always exceptions, grow out of it and eventually become gay, lesbian, or okay, that's fine. Now this is where good parenting comes in, with strong fathers, nurturing mothers. Single parent podcast coming soon. I would argue that a 13, 14-year-old child would not be able to fare on their own. Food, warmth, health, predators. They need decisions made for them until they're equipped with their tools to survive on their own. I mean, these juveniles are not even able to vote, serve in the military, and in many cases are not legally allowed to have sex. So how is it that said juveniles are able to make lifelong, life-altering decisions and undergo surgery to alter their appearance? I mean, they can't even drink alcohol. I mean, now with this growing trad of trans anything, you have to be smart, vigilant, and even lucky. I mean, check this. Most transsexuals I can spot a mile away.
Day 62 of being a girl, and I have been misgendered so many times this week.
So I just got back from the grocery store, and this guy came up to me and he called me a fucking freak.
Hey, guess what? I'm trans! That's right, this is my official coming out post. If everyone watching this can refer to me as she, they from now on, that would be amazing.
But some, it's a little bit harder.
So with it, cause me know I'm be alone. It's a different kind of image, me never really fall. Swerve and I dip, turn your body, me never hurt.
Victim culture. You know, when I was growing up, there used to be this trend, this fad of transsexuals, both pre and post-op. They'd go out to the gay area in town and they'd frequent the gay clubs there. I mean, they knew that you would have heterosexual straight men that were smashed off the head, drunk, and they're going to these clubs to sober up, if you will. And they would go to these gay bars, which frequently open till 7 bells, 8 o'clock in the morning. You'd have this trend where a trans person would come on to said man, having his calm down period, who's off his head, who's inebriated, who's very much not in control of his faculties. So a trans person will come up to this impaired individual, and the encounter would eventually devolve into some form of lewd, fragmented, dystopian sexual encounter. Now, upon sobering, the poor man would come to realise what he's done, or who he's done. I mean, let's think about this for a minute. I mean, you go out on the town, you get drunk, a woman approaches you and she's real forward. You know, she's got that really intense look in her eye. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, goddamn, the sun even shines on a dog's ass some days. And hell, she's even buying you drinks. It's never been this good. What the hell's going on? You get back to her place and she immediately sets upon you like a rabid dog. She kisses you. There's prickles. Electric excitement. She gets down and unbuckles your belt. And oh my God, she's so greedy. Why is she so greedy? Oh my God. Allahu Akbar. Oi, God is wonderful. Jesus Christos. Oh, you have to stop now. So you pick her up, and she's a little heavier than expected. But you pick her up and you throw her on the bed. And with a single pull, you yank her skirt down. And then bang, oh! All of a sudden, for no reason at all, heavy meat has been introduced into the situation in the form of beef truncheon. You think, what the fuck? And begin to blink profusely, you know, to clear your eyes from the double vision from being impaired. Then you open them and you're introduced to Chief Katanga himself. Your breath quickens. Panic sets in. The meat is not 3 inches from your face and staring eye to eye to eye. And the final insult smacks you in the face when you realise it's bigger than yours. Jesus. You know, if somebody did that to me, there's going to be an argument. I mean, what do I do now? I mean, who's the victim here? I'm suddenly in a situation where I'm kind of scared, you know? I mean, I'm a big guy. I can lift some serious weight. And I can fight pretty damn well. I mean, what if this turns into a fight? I mean, what if by some hook or crook or some weird chance that I make some intoxicated blunder and I lose the fight? What's going to happen to me then? I mean, no, please, thank you. I don't want that. No, please, no. But seriously, this kind of situation happens every week. And there's a lot of men out there that might not be as controlled as I. Violence could easily ensue. And who's pitied? Who's the bad guy? Whose fault is it? Victim culture. A story will then be told about how a transgender was victimized by a heterosexual man. Why? Well, to garner sympathy. I mean, have you seen a myriad of TikToks, shorts, Instagram reels that show transsexuals posting their L's on the internet, loneliness, this music that you can upload on the videos? I really absolutely hate that. I don't understand why. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I mean, you'll sit there, you'll make a video, you won't like it, you'll do another one, you won't like it, you'll do another one. You'll then go and find some suitably sad music, edit it, upload it, post it. What for? To show how badly you're treated? To show that you're lonely? how they're being misgendered. I can't even remember the name of the creator, but there's a lot of transgender creators who go out there with the explicit, specific purpose of being misgendered so they can record it, even bait people into misgendering them and then sticking it on the internet.
It looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
But it was not all good.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir. Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir. Yeah, I'm just going to go. Okay. The sweet water starts at, okay. I'm so sorry. I apologize. It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time. I was wondering if there's a manager I could talk to about something that happened. Yeah, I was called sir.
I mean, is this the new flex? Victim culture? It's not a flex. God, I remember back in the day where you would kill somebody, you would knock them out for calling you a victim. Now, it seems to be the preferred state. Stop it. Look, let me tell you something. You put your foot forward, you embrace and you exercise your right to autonomy. I mean, I wouldn't do it, so I admire your cojones. But you have to respect other people's right for the same. They can't impose their beliefs on you. You can't impose your beliefs on them. If you want to change and identify as something else, then you need to understand that attempting to force a person to address you in a way that conflicts with their worldview or concept of reality is disrespecting them, thus violating the very same right that you fight for and attribute to yourselves. If a person doesn't conform with the way that you want to be addressed or identify, then that's fine. You don't have to talk. You don't have to be friends. And I'm sure a person like you, who's so brave, gone against the grain, can find a community where you can thrive.